Informational,
fun,
timely,
relevant.
That's what people are saying about A to Z in real estate. 30 minutes packed with great info for home sellers, buyers, and investors. And now let's welcome your host, Lizzy Cohen.
Welcome everybody to A to Z in real estate. It's a happy Saturday today. I am your host, Lizzy Cohen, and happy to be here as always. Today we have a very interesting program where we're going to be discussing development that took place recently right here in Bradley County. Real estate is local, as we all know, and this is an important topic to talk about because we as real estate agents, as realtors, we are here celebrating what happened. So in order to help us tell the story of what happened, we have our very special guest today. And before I introduce our special guest, I'm going to say hello to my co-host, Shawn Matthews.
Good morning. Happy to be here, Lizzy.
Happy that you're here.
Yeah.
So we have Max Phillips. Max is a realtor emeritus, and that means he's been for 40 plus solid years in the business. Not very many people can say that. Max has also been president of the River County Association of Realtors twice, and then also of the MLS. Great amount of responsibility with that. He's also as a major investor in the Realtor RPAC, yeah, the Political Action Committee. And he functions as a government affairs liaison between the Realtors Association and the local government. So we're thrilled to have you here, Max. Thank you for joining us.
Well, Lizzy, thank you so much for asking me to come and join in the celebration, so to speak.
Absolutely.
It is.
So let's just jump right in and tell us what just happened at the county commissioner level with this annexation issue.
Well, first and foremost, we joined forces in a quick way with the Ocoee Regional Home Builders Association, and they are like we are. We promote fair housing and also affordable homes.
Yes.
And if anything, the way the market is now, we need homes and we need them quick. We
desperately.
We have just one statistic. We have about 146 as of last Monday on the market in Bradley County, and we're averaging closing 135 to 136 a month. So you can see that we need homes and we need them very quickly, and we need affordable homes now.
Yeah, that is the real situation right now. And so here comes this private investor to Bradley County wanting to buy a piece of land to build.
Yes.
I understand about 84 houses.
80, they were started out at 90, and then it came back, and they have a final plat of around 80.
80.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens? Where was the issue created where he had to request or petition an annexation to the sewer system?
Well, the sewer of this particular parcel the sewer is located about 1,000 feet or less from the property, and gravity flows to it, and it's a perfect match for what they call a non-continuous annexation, which means that it's an easy annexation when your property touches the city limits and then is in the urban growth plan. Mm-hmm. This property is in the urban growth plan, however, it doesn't touch the city limits. So at that point, it has to be voted and passed through both commissions, city council and also the Bradley County Commission, where you can do a non-contiguous annexation of the property into the city. Meaning that if you're not annexed into the city, the city will not let Cleveland Utilities provide city sewer. Mm-hmm. And city sewer in Bradley County is a necessity. When you have 2/3 clay-based soil, it doesn't perk very well. So meaning a septic tank, there are not only septic tanks that septic tanks your lots have to be much bigger, and also it has to perk to where it works.
Right.
And not only do we have a percolation problem and then we need sewer, but we also have properties around here that have been actually condemned because of the septic system.
Yeah, and not to mention the septic tanks are heavy as well, right?
Well, it takes up more space.
More space.
And for example, a perfect example on this property alone, if they didn't annex into the city and they weren't allowed to have city sewer, there would only be capable of putting 30 homes on this particular tract.
Wow.
Because of all the space, these tanks.
Actually you have to duplicate the field lines if the other one fails. That's a lot of technical stuff there, but anyway, but the basic is we need homes, and we need a whole lot more than 30, and we need affordable, but the price of land is such, if you can only put 30, it makes it not affordable to do the development. But if you can put 80 homes in a development with city sewer, it makes it affordable, and the densities, you can put more homes in the property.
And therefore benefit more people.
Absolutely.
And that's see, in my mind, that alone, the fact that we're creating it, there's a gentleman here that wants to invest in our county. He wants to create inventory so that more people can be in home ownership. And we, at this juncture, we need to mention this project entails homes that are in the $250,000 range, which is the number one demand right now. It's what people are desperate.
It is the number one demand. The 2 to 275 homes there's nothing on the market.
Nothing.
One gentleman that was at the meeting, a Coldwell banker realtor, he made it a pretty good thing. They said the properties that we have in the price range of the 2 to 275 are the rotten apples at the bottom of the barrel right now. So we need to replenish that as best we can.
Yeah.
Isn't that the truth? So please continue with the story.
Anyway, this property is located in a perfect place for this, and they have passed in the future 4 to 5 tracts. The Bradley County Commission has voted in favor for the non-continuous annexation of 4 to 5 tracts of land that were not even as good as this one, and it was a shock to both the home builders and the realtors that all of a sudden they were questioning, needed more information and this and that, because it was basically a no-brainer.
A no-brainer.
It was one of the best. This is one of the best tracts of land for the whole non-continuous annexation I know of right now. But all of a sudden, I got a call from a home builder that said, "You realtors need to get on board and get to these meetings, and we need to help make sure." They had a vote and they turned it down for reasons unknown, and we really, to be frank with you, we don't know exactly why they did, because it just didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, we only can guess.
I mean, Shawn, it just didn't make sense.
Right.
And so I got on the phone, called our people, we gathered the troops, so to speak.
Yes.
And we got our information together, along with the home builders, along with the Chamber of Commerce, and then we went to the meeting to try to sway their mind, because the vote was 10 to 4 against the annexation, and we needed to change that. So we went to the meeting and presented our case, and it was a very positive meeting. And then when we got out of that meeting, it seemed like they did want to put it on the agenda to re-vote it. They did.
Good.
And we were excited, and that meeting took place last night, and we joined forces again, went and we carried our vote the way that needed to be carried through a 10 to 4, I believe it was a 10 to 3 the other way this time. So it was a success, and we did it because, not along with everything else, we've got 1,200 plus families moving in this community a year. We can't give them a grocery bag and tell them to live on those Coy Street. That's just not going to work.
Right.
Absolutely.
We got to have a place to put them.
Yeah, this is definitely a solution, and not is a comprehensive solution, but it's a place to start to provide, housing for 84 families. That is a significant number. So I understand, Shawn, that some of the agents in our office
Sure.
Were great troopers, and they showed up at the commissioner meeting and presented their
Concerns.
Yep.
and also they educated these commissioners as
Right.
to why this project makes sense and why they had to allow for that annexation to take place, whether it was non-contiguous or it doesn't, that's very irrelevant in the grand scheme of things.
It was needed.
It was
It was needed, and I don't think they were asking for a far reach.
No,
this
this
was
is-
something that was very doable. Just like you said, it lined up well.
Yeah.
I have to feel good that we were able to, call the associations, the realtors got together. Max, you had said that the realtors and the builders are working in conjunction now to kind of get things moving forward. We're on the same team. We're all trying to, provide the same amount of inventory, and
we have the same goals.
yeah. So it was good to see
Exactly.
that we could re-educate them, and it is so important, that we go to these meetings and stay visual because, like we said, we don't know why it was turned down in that first meeting, and a lot of times if there's nobody present from the community that makes a stand,
Yeah.
then they can deny these things, and I guess they don't see our side of it all the time. So it's important to be vigilant and do that. So.
Shawn, I'd like to commend your office for jumping in there. They were very, very helpful with the
Thank you.
process, and we're tickled to death they came and participated. And it wasn't participate and they had a week or two. They had an hour or two, and they jumped right on. And it was very,
Yeah.
it was exciting.
And you had mentioned, Lisa Martin, our executive
Yes.
from River County's Association of Realtors. I think we've got the right person in the job for sure. And it starts with leadership, right? You spent a lot of time on the board. We talked about your presidency. We want to make these agents, participate. And we do, and Coldwell Banker feels, this is our livelihood. We sell and serve this community. So I think it was a service to get out there and do that, because 80 homes, that's a
start. That's a good start.
It is a good start.
It is a great start.
I mean,
I like the idea of, all of the parties involved in this effort end up winning, including the county and the city.
Sure.
Not to mention the potential residents, the buyers into these buildings, the investor, and the realtor community, right?
And then exit 20 needs it.
Definitely.
Right now,
Yeah.
Shawn will agree that the more, and this came out in a lot of the meetings, the more homes we have and people we have living around exit 20, then you're going to see, you drive through there, where are all the hotels, where are all the restaurants?
Right.
Why hasn't it been developed? Well, this is one main reason why we needed this particular project, because it was located in that geographic location, so that we could begin to develop what we need on exit 20.
Absolutely. Now we're going to see
Yeah.
all the collateral business around that
Yeah.
development. We're going to see the Aldi's.
like a
and we're going to
snowball.
see the
Yeah.
We're going to see a commercial economic development.
Yes.
I understand the Chamber of Commerce was there also pitching in and
Absolutely.
bringing their perspective to the table and say, hey, this is good for this county.
Yeah, Doug
This
Berry
is-
was the main. He was pointing out the main thing about the exit 20 development. This development would help the exit 20 development.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
no doubt about it. And so we're thankful that finally, all of these groups came together and made a case, a strong case, to inform the county commissioners about the benefits. What was the downside? What was the objection?
You know what? I have yet to really figure that out.
You and me together.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
It just with them passing 4 or 5 other projects of not even as good as this one.
Exactly.
It was a kind of shock to the Home Builders Association and also the realtor community that we wouldn't even that we wouldn't have to come together and say, wait just a second, let's educate everybody here and say this is needed and it's needed quick, and we don't need to really dilly-dally.
We actually need to be thankful for that developer, for that investor that say, Bradley County, let's build some homes there. They're absolutely desperately needed.
Yeah, and his goal is, he said, hey, and he presented to the Bradley County Commission, all I want to do is build homes, and we want him to.
You do, and the synergy of it is going to be very powerful.
Absolutely.
So that's great.
Yep, and I love to stress the fact that in the mind of many people, real estate agents are we're all about selling property and making a big profit, which we are. That's part of what we do, but we're much more than that. We really do care about the community in which we work, and this is a perfect example of how when some realtors step in and say, this is important because of this, and bring their 2 cents to the table, it has a ripple effect. For the better in the community. And
we talk about all these businesses we're trying to relocate here. If there's no places for people to live, Cleveland's going to be off the radar.
That's right.
So economic development needs the residences. They need actually higher density. Townhouses and multifamily. Our property management, we have 0 available. As fast as they come in, they go. People come in asking every day for a rental list. I'm sure at Crylike it's the same way. Every realtor's working with 10 buyers, and there just isn't the inventory for them. So, it's our passion. But if we don't have houses on the shelves, we're out of business. So it's our nature.
And what we talked about into the with the commission is that these people that are relocating to Cleveland, we have no choice, but because number one, the cat's, so to speak, out of the bag. We are in a very well financial run state. We have no state income tax.
Right.
We have great weather most of the time.
Exactly.
We have 4 seasons, and we have low cost of living, affordable homes when we have them.
When we have them.
You can be on the beach, 3 beaches in less than a day's drive. So, the people that are moving here already, and then not only that, we are rated in the top 5, Cleveland, Tennessee, in the top 5 of places to move, work, live, play, and raise a family.
In the nation.
In the nation. So we're not, the realtors are telling people this, but the nation's telling everybody that they need to move to Cleveland, Tennessee. So we've got to do something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. And we're seeing it. We're getting the California gold rush this way. They're coming to see us. We're in that nice lateral, market for weather and the weather patterns. Our pay scale is great. Our taxes are low. So it is. It's a no-brainer, really. And I understand the commission, you want to have, protected growth. You don't want to grow too fast. But when we're behind and we're playing catch up, we're 10 years behind, so we really are playing catch up. And a lot of times, we'll see these things come to, a county, for an opinion like that, and they'll deny it. And 2 years from now, they'll beg for one of these to come back.
Absolutely.
So this, to me, I have to say, when these come forward in these economic times, they need to approve them, because this might not last. So, in 10 years, people might not take the risk on Cleveland, Tennessee. And when they're willing to, we need to allow them to. There's so much abundance at exit 20. And what would be the next thing? That builder is out of Hamilton County, right?
So it's a local builder,
Well, his next choice might be Hamilton County. He might bypass Bradley
in this
altogether.
area.
Correct.
Exactly. So hopefully, Shawn, this would be setting a precedent for the next builder that wants to come in.
Sure.
Hopefully. And then the county commissioner, if there is a non-contiguous situation with the land, then they can go back and say, wait a minute, we already visited this issue. It makes sense. The benefits outweigh the negatives, which we can't figure out what the negatives would be. But this is just a wonderful development because it's setting a precedent, a good precedent for the industry.
And you're
So
kind
true.
of the government affairs, you're on the government affairs committee at River Counties, and you're a major donor to our PAC, so that's where we fund our money. We funnel our money to, stand up for these things, for private property rights. So, from a realtor base, I'm impressed because I came from another area, to see the troops rally behind, efforts like this. So, congratulations to you to write that check every year, Max. That's a step that more realtors need to take, because
Absolutely.
you're putting your money where your mouth is.
Absolutely.
It's time, talent, and treasure. When it comes to something like that.
No doubt about that. And again, I want to highlight the people in our office that stepped out. That was David Sanders.
Right.
That was Kelly, Margie Keller was another one. Tammy Johnson was there. Keith Nitch was there. And kudos to them, for taking the time, carving out some time out of their schedules to do this and to inform the county commissioners, hey, we need this. This is a no-brainer. And we need to accept it. So they voted to undo the first voting. Is that right?
Correct.
The first voting was rescinded or whatever the word.
Rescinded. I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know the legal.
The lingo.
Of what really I know that they had the vote against, and then they rescinded it, and now it's moving forward so that we can have this development, which is a real positive move. And Lisa, she was, commend her, kudos, because she did.
Absolutely.
She jumped on board and she got this.
Yeah.
She came from a board of realtors that she was very active in the governmental affairs, and we are so lucky to have someone of that capability to where that we can help us get on with the things that not only selling homes and moving families, but doing the things that the community needs that behind the scenes realtors do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I could not agree more. And I know Shawn feels the same way.
Yeah.
Lisa is a blessing to this community.
Absolutely.
Lisa Martin. So
Yeah.
thank you, Lisa. You did it again. And I'm sure this is not the last time. This time was this battle. Tomorrow may be something else where we need to step out and provide that information
For sure.
to the decision makers, because unfortunately we're not decision makers in that sense, but we can influence the decision makers with the right information.
Right.
I totally agree.
And Max, how would somebody get a hold of you if they wanted to call you? What's a good way to reach you at Cry Lake Realtors?
Myself, 423-596-7173. I'm put it on my signs. I'm 24/7, and if I don't answer, I'll call you back.
Yep. And you do a lot of commercial real estate.
I do about 60-40.
Nice. Okay. And development like this.
Yes.
So if somebody want to reach out to you, and I think it's important. I've been in real estate a long time, not as long as you. But there's people that have been around for a long time. You can answer a lot of questions. So if somebody had a piece of land that they wanted to sell like that, you'd be a good guy for it, right? So
well, I've sold, actually the property we're talking about, I sold to the people that sold it to the investor. I mean, so it
so you've been involved. Yeah, you've been in it.
I was involved in this a long time ago, but this property, I've also gone to the county commission and taken particular tracts of land and move them into the non-contiguous annexation to where we can provide sewer and have future places to build high-density, affordable homes in Bradley County with sewer, because like I'm saying, our soil is just not that good.
Yeah, and when we talk high density, we're talking townhouses, great places for people to live, 2-car garages, still has open space,
right.
And that's what people are looking for. We find a lot more people wanting to lock and go. They're working, they're busy people, and it helps the builders because it's a little cheaper if we can cluster them, like you said.
Yeah.
Roads are expensive, infrastructure is just crazy expensive, and
time consuming.
Building's expensive, so the land's expensive. So the more you can put on a particular piece of land, the more affordable it is.
Right.
Absolutely, for everybody.
For everybody.
For everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, Max, do you mind, for the benefit of the audience, tell us exactly where this tract of land is located?
Well, if you were from Cleveland and if you're not from Cleveland, this is probably the best way I can describe where this property is. If you get off the interstate, I-75 onto APD 40, and you're headed toward the Cleveland exit on APD 40, you'll see a road, a bridge that goes to the new industrial park.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yes.
All right, if you'll just take a left right there, which the road is going to be built close to this property, that's parallel. If you take a left, it's down there about a mile.
Okay.
Great location.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
perfect for the
Right off that
20.
exit.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's perfect for that. And then it's behind, if y'all don't remember where the racetrack is, it's right behind the racetrack,
Yeah.
about another block or two
Yeah.
behind
Okay.
that.
Great location.
Yeah.
So this property will be the city of Cleveland proper then?
Yes.
Okay. And
It'll be annexed into.
Gotcha.
The city has already, my information, and I feel like it's correct to share, is that the city has also said that they would take over the streets and do everything else to move it into the city.
Completely.
And it'll be city school system, but the greatest thing about Cleveland, we have open enrollment. If you don't want to go to the city, you don't have to. If there's a place in the other county school that they have a vacancy.
Right,
so-
exactly, and I agree. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, so these houses are going to pay both county and city taxes.
Correct.
Is that right?
It's a huge. I've got the numbers. Currently the property brings in $3,021, in $3,321.12, and the average estimate of the homes that are being built is going to be somewhere between $90,000 and $95,000 in real estate taxes for both county and city. So it's 180 plus thousands of dollars that we have to help schools, help our roads, help
Absolutely.
all the things we need.
Which is part of the reason why we're so puzzled as to why it was, looked down at initially in this process, but because the city is not going to hurt, the city is going to benefit.
Yeah,
as
I
well
think,
with
I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when, if you know this, when are they projecting to get started so that people can be on the lookout for these?
I would
development?
say you're at least 6 months out.
Okay.
But,
Very
but
good, very
the
exciting.
greatest thing about this property, it's very level. All you need is a bulldozer. I mean, and you're ready, and it's
And
cut
you're
the
ready to
roads
go?
and it's
put
ready
some
to go.
sewers in?
Well, that's definitely
sorry.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Sean, you were going to say?
Nope. I said exciting. I'm excited.
Yeah,
for
very,
it.
very exciting. And as always, we run out of time.
You're right.
So it's time to say thank you to Max for
Thank you
joining
for
us
asking.
today. And Sean, thank you as well. And to
Thank you,
all of
Sean.
our
Great
audience.
information, Max. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Tune in next week again, Saturdays, 9:30 to 10. This is A to Z in real estate, and we're hoping to bring information that is beneficial and informational, and that you're with us. We're to serve you. So give us a call. Our numbers are on the screen, and we will be seeing you next week.
Have you seen the new Coldwell Banker North Star signs? Coldwell Banker Kinard Realty has been serving the East Tennessee and North Georgia area since 1974 with 5 offices in Cleveland, Tennessee, Dalton, Ringgold, Cartersville, and Calhoun, Georgia. With the latest technology, CBKR's 145 licensed agents are ready to serve all your real estate needs. Call today, 423-476-5532. They offer residential, commercial, and land and property management. Call and speak to one of their licensed professionals today.
Welcome to 140 Annabelle Lane Northwest in Cleveland. This is a Kyle's Acres beauty sitting on over 1 acre lot where nature abounds. Solid brick construction with lots of attention to detail throughout. The 2-story plan with an unfinished basement with access to the outdoors. Lots of closets and storage space in a beautiful location just past the Cleveland Golf and Country Club. The price? $460,000. For more information and to book your private tour, call Sean Matthews at 423-284-3233. 423-284-3233. Welcome to 8470 Refuge Lane in Ulua. In this beautiful home, you'll find the master bedroom with a jetted tub, separate shower on the main level, a gorgeous kitchen with an extra large pantry, and an informal breakfast nook, 4 spacious bedrooms in the upper level, a large screen porch in the backyard, perfect for entertaining. This and much more is ready for a new family to call it home. Call Tate Trentham to schedule your private tour at 423-599-5340. 423-599-5340.